Jey Uso is joining The Rock, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about this theory and why I think it makes sense. So, guys, my name is Billy TKO. If you're new here, like, subscribe. I have a Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Discord, all linked down below for you guys to join. Plus, you can become a member of the channel for as low as $1.99, so definitely do that. Without further ado, let's hop into the video. Yes, guys, Jey Uso, I believe, is 1,000% joining The Rock. Now, I'm not saying this is true or accurate or anything along those lines, but I wanted to bring this fun theory to you guys, and I thought it made a lot of sense, so I figured, hey, why not share it with my audience? So, guys, Jey Uso, as we know, won the 2025 Royal Rumble in one of the most unpredictable Royal Rumbles of all time. We never knew what was going to happen, and Jey Uso ultimately came up with the victory. And on top of that, Jey Uso, he was walking to the ring with Travis Scott. He was doing all of these cool things. He's getting a world championship match at Wrestlemania. This is all very intriguing, but let's break down why I think Jey Uso is joining The Rock. So first things first, let's go back to the Raw on Netflix. As you guys know, Jey Uso, he walks to the ring. He is joined by Travis Scott. And what we thought was a very, very funny thing may actually not be that funny and may actually have some symbolism behind it. Him walking with Travis Scott makes a lot of sense if he does join The Rock. Why? Well, at the Elimination Chamber, Travis Scott showed up with The Rock. You see where I'm going with this? Following that, we had John Cena, who ultimately lost at the Royal Rumble to no other than Jey Uso, in a fashion that I kind of believed was, how do I describe it? It was more like he wasn't mad that he lost. He wasn't mad until after the fact. So we're going to move on to that. After the fact, John Cena actually went into a press conference and he told people he has to do what is best for business. And he was going to be entering the Elimination Chamber without having to qualify. Very heel-like of John Cena. So, fast forward to the Elimination Chamber, and we get The Rock, Cody Rhodes, John Cena. We get Travis Scott. They're all doing their thing. John Cena turns heel in one of the craziest heel turns of all time. So much so that we're still talking about it almost a month and a half, 2 months later. Very insane to think about. So why do I think that Jey Uso actually ties in here? Well, we have to look at the history of all the people involved, right? We obviously know that Jey Uso has been pushed to the side, whether that had been by his brother, whether that had been by Roman Reigns. There's numerous people that have kind of just pushed Jey off to the side. One of those people now being Cody. Him and Cody no longer have the relationship that they do. Yes, obviously they are on separate brands, but Jey was ultimately there for Cody, and I guess we'll see at WrestleMania if Cody returns the favor, if he shows up for Jey's big win. So, Jey Uso joining The Rock could be one of the biggest talking points coming out of this. Why? Well, it's very simple for him to sell his soul. I mean, let's look at the facts here. If Jey Uso sold his soul, yes, I think people would be shocked, but not many, because at the end of the day, The Rock's his cousin, and you could get the corporate champion out of Jey Uso and John Cena. These are two very big players to do these things. Now, I want to talk about one of the talking points that people are going to discuss. And one of those talking points is, well, Billy, Seth Rollins would actually make more sense in this position. And while I believe that is true, I do believe that WWE has done a really good job at swerving people. Now, I'm not saying that everything has to be a swerve, and I'm not saying that everything has to go down in this fashion. But when you take a look at the bigger image here, Seth Rollins being the guy to join The Rock seems like what they're going to do. They're kind of just showing it off. He's going on Monday Night Raw last night. He is talking about what's best for business. And then he's going out and he's telling Paul Heyman that he owes him a favor. Makes a lot of sense for Seth to potentially join The Rock in this situation. Now, as cool as that is and as great as that would be, I don't necessarily know if that is the direction that they want to go, because I think WWE, again, like I said before, has done such a good job at these surprise things. They're making things seem bigger than they actually are. Jey Uso turning into this person would be one of the biggest talking points. And a lot of people will argue, well, Billy, that doesn't necessarily make sense. Jey Uso is a white-hot babyface. Look at me right now. Who else was a really white-hot babyface that they chose to turn heel? You guessed it. John Cena. Seth Rollins is the easy pick. CM Punk is the easy pick. Jey Uso stands out in the crowd. He's a person that the IWC has turned on. Told him that he can't wrestle. He's not a good wrestler. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to sell out to this company and I'm just going to make all the merch in the world and I'm going to be who I am. That's essentially what we've been told. So, Jey Uso turning here would excite me more than somebody like Seth Rollins. It would excite me more than somebody like CM Punk. Why? Because those seem like the easy answers. I talked about it on my live stream earlier today. The objects in the mirror sometimes are closer than they appear. WWE is telling you to look straight. Sometimes you got to divvy your eyes off to the right and look there because it might actually be there. You see, The Rock wants control. Well, who does he want control of? The champions. Who's facing for the championships? Not Seth Rollins, not CM Punk, not Roman Reigns, John Cena, and Jey Uso. Now, I'm not saying that Jey Uso may be above this, right? I mean, they obviously have so many different directions that they can go with Jey Uso here. One of those directions is the Sami Zayn thing. I genuinely think, though, you don't necessarily have to turn Sami Zayn into a bad guy right away. I genuinely think that you could do something with him and Jey Uso as the bad guy. I don't know. There's so many different routes that WWE can choose to take, and this one just sticks out like a sore thumb to me. I want to see a world where Jey Uso does sell his soul because to me, that's fun, that's exciting, that's new. It's something that I look at and I'm like, oh man, I would enjoy this more than, again, somebody like a Seth Rollins or somebody like a CM Punk. I think at the end of the day, if we get a Jey Uso heel turn, it makes for a very exciting summer going forward, right? Because after WrestleMania, we all tend to ask ourselves these questions like, okay, well, what do we do now? Here we go. We're pushing that ball into the next realm, right? So I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe this is just a fun little theory. Maybe it comes true. I don't know. At the end of the day, that is all up for you guys to decide. And with that being said, guys, my name is Billy TKO. Again, if you're new here, definitely be sure to like this video. Also, subscribe to the channel. On top of that, I have a Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Discord, all linked down below for you guys to join and definitely become a part of the family, man. You can become a member of the channel for as low as $1.99, so definitely be sure to do that. Other than that, guys, that is all I got for you, and I'll be talking to you later. Peace.